Some more chicken, Benny? I got more chicken. Yeah, let's get some chicken. Here you go. Pretty desirable couple of places along here. Just between them is pretty hard going. I mean, there's a trail that breaks up by rocks and logs and all kinds of stuff, but I'd go further if I didn't have to turn around. It's 1,000 feet up from river to where the car is, so gotta conserve some energy for that. The good chicken. That's all for now, bud. This thing ain't the greatest, but man, it's handy when you're out here. I definitely like the no fire option. Just this. See, there's a fairly defined trail when there is a trail. I think sometimes he's just content if he can see me to just watch me. That's a good boy, Painter. Save your energy. Go this way. A lot of thorny bushes out here, so you can tell that this trail ain't even traveled all that much. At least not this portion of it. See, I just keep losing it though. And then there's these points where it's just barely a trail anyway. But it's gorgeous. It's just really a lot of huffing and puffing. See, like here, I almost walked right past. I think some of it too is there's animal trails that don't always coincide with where people would go, and then all of a sudden you're like, what the? See, there's plenty of places like this too, where I bet that goes up and over this, but I bet this goes down and around it. So I say that because I did this like 3 different times and looked back where I could have gone either way. Sorry, man. Kicking up dust. See, I think when we went the other way right here, that looks like a trail that kind of goes, so, you know, it's just, there's many different ways you can actually get past a lot of the obstacles. Really, the trail to get down to the river was great. I would take anybody on that. It was the part where it starts to get kind of sketchy is basically where you're already at the river, so you can't get, in my opinion, you can't get lost on this one because the whole gulch itself pretty much is what leads into the creek, so you can do your own little trail of your own out here. I don't commend really bushwhacking when there is trails that much. Like, it's fun to get on top of rocks and whatnot, but like out here there ain't enough constant. It's like, oh, you went off trail, die! You know, you can't even tell that you did. Especially all these needles that have fallen out here. Some of the Longwater Trail was like that, so covered in fresh brown needles after the wind that you kind of lose the trail. And that trail split several times too. I think that's the wildlife doing a lot of that too. These are probably my 2 favorite trails out here. I guess this is just 210 Platte Springs. The other one, 619 Longwater. But 210 used to be Forest Road that came about half of the way out here. But these sections are nice. And clearly marked. I heard a couple of elk calls. It's kind of the what, 3rd season for elk and deer, like starting in 4 or 5 days, the 3rd season. The last one just ended on like the 7th. I kind of take it easy, or at least wear some bright clothing when it's in those weeks for hunting. Okay, here I ditched the trail again, I think. try this. We're gonna pit stop over the top of this next pile of junk and record the rapids there for a bit. Definitely feels like you could just walk up on a bear drinking water. I've been making lots of noise. Oh, okay, here we go. We're gonna hit Creekside right here. Probably at the backtrack again. Yeah. I kind of remember bypassing this big smooth spot. Pond scum. It's about as smooth as I've seen it out here. About every time I've walked up to the riverside where there's been sun shining at the water, I've seen trout go flying away from me. Well, get your drink. Oh crap, hooked on something. Sorry, Bentley. How's your nose? Oh, it's okay? Okay. He's like, don't touch my nose. And that means I gotta go all the way up over this thing. We'll resume recording at the rapids. Much glare on my glasses. Oh, all of a sudden got quiet. I want one of these electrolyte things now. I'm thirsty. I think I did this again where there's little trails like for people who are fishing, and then there's the primary trail for motoring on by. Neither of them are very defined. There it is. I can see most of the places that I scrambled at. Here's the spot I wanted to come back to. Oh man. Crazy stuff. Oops, sorry, I keep whipping him, at least not with thorny ones. I think when I get down here for that point of view over there. You can stay there if you want to, family. Oh. Churning down the chute. And there's another one over here and gets sucked into. Boy, he's hard to find. Okay, I think the sign is up here for the official trail, which means now we go up this way. I think I'll make camp here for a little bit and get some beverage in me, and then we'll head up. Onion. Wrote an onion out here, alright. Final spot with me and Benner down by the river. Platte Springs. Been a good hike, but it's time to go back to the car. Goodbye, river, until we meet again.